I'd like to take you through all of the menus in the full body unit, one by one. If we start off by going into our menu system, we go in as per normal. The hours to the alarm system is designed to allow us to change the settings for individual periods within the full body system. Once we decide we're going to go in, we confirm our intention to go in, and then we can make a change. Currently the time is between 1 and 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm going to change it so we have a 1 hour observation period. If we now travel to between 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock, it's again set at 4 hours. I can change that to 1 hour, 45 minutes, etc., etc. We go right through the day like that until it's time to go to bed, in which case, at going to bed time, in this case, we are indicating we're going to bed at 7 o'clock. That may be a little bit early for some, so we'll change that back down to a 1 hour observation period. We drop down by 15-minute increments, so when we get down to the 1 hour observation period, we just choose to set that. And effectively, that's how the system works. Once we've established that those are the final changes, we press enter and cancel, and that is the end of the observation, and that's all that has to be done. Now, when we go into the download activity report, that's simply a question of putting the USB stick in, pressing enter, and the USB will download the activity report straight to the device. The telephone numbers are recorded in the same fashion, except we need to make a note that once we go into the system, we have telephone number 1, and I'm arrowing up to look at number 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. and then arrow down to get back to the basic settings. Once we're finished with that, we can press enter and it'll store any changes we've made, and then we can travel across to the next message system. Again, we travel through the recording messages by moving upwards and downwards on our up and down buttons. So each of those will give us an indication of what messages we're about to record. And likewise, when we wish to review our recorded message, we travel across to the next set of menus, which is Play Recorded Messages. And again, we travel up and down to see what those messages might have to say. When we want to listen to a message, we simply press the Enter button. Again, with the temperature settings on full body, we can decrease or increase the observation system, press enter to store it, and we have stored it. The maximum setting for the high temperatures is again in the same way. We can change it up or down. And to store it, we simply press enter. When we wish to change the time and the date, we quite simply go into the system, day of the week, the time, the minutes, and the date, and we're stored. And likewise, we can move through the system like that. Cancel to get out of there. Now we travel to the meds reminders. And again, the meds reminders work in exactly the same way. We can choose which reminder we're going to be going to, and we simply set a time for the first reminder, 1 o'clock in the morning. And store that, press cancel. Again, and that's it. That's all there is to recording messages on full body.